and I completely agree with you, Eric. I think that like I have gone out of my way to try to be more open with the people I care about. There aren't many. I'm at the point in my life where I'm not. I try to, when I was younger, you want to have like 1,000 friends, and now I'm at that point where my best friends were all at my wedding. They all stood up in my wedding. They were like my best men. You were one of them, Eric. Yeah.
Thank you. That does mean a lot.
Yeah. Right.
So we're gonna play this out in real time now.
Well,
we're going to express sentiment, and then we're immediately going to emotionally close off again.
I think it would be I think that'd be a great idea to end the episode, to show people like, hey, it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't, and and if anybody who knows us knows, we are not the emotional type. We do not like, oh, thank you. I always joke that, the old, like that adage is like, a man can be gentle twice in his life, once with his mother and once with his wife. And that's about it. Right. And hugs are reserved for the deathbed. But I'm telling you, when we're looking at masculinity, I can tell you, I would not wish that on another man to ever be born going forward. It is very hard for me to change it. I'm sure it's probably very hard for you to change it. And I don't know what your sentiments are on it. I would not want another man to go through it. It's lonely, it's alienating, and we think it's proper, but because we can't just change it. It's very difficult for us to change it. But I would not want that on my own sons if they had them.
Before tonight, I actually assumed that I had basically created a lot of personal problems in my mental and emotional development that had made me unwilling to express myself, because like I said, in an earlier phase of my life, I did it a little more, but since we came from the same generation and seeing you have the same struggle, I'm realizing, okay, this probably is about 50% of it. Like, we probably, whatever antisocial tendencies we might develop, probably augment it. But we definitely come in with like the bag half empty.
Yeah, I mean,
in this area,
it's definitely the same cloth. Like, we were cut from the same time in history, and luckily, we always like joke on the younger people that are like, oh, they're so goddamn emotional, and like, yes, they are, and some of that's pretty annoying for us, especially kind of like looking at them and like, dear God, like, pull yourself together, man. But another part of it's also kind of nice because you're like, oh, thank God. Okay, you guys are going to be able to tell each other that you care about each other, and it won't be like a deathbed thing like, oh, God, I sure hope I don't die suddenly, because nobody will know how much I cared about them. I won't get a deathbed confession to any of them. So I'm kind of glad about that. But, kind of wrapping this episode up, I think, Eric, I think that we've talked a lot about masculinity and kind of what that means, but I think it would be a good treat for our listeners if we just said one maybe kind thing about the other one.